Este, Jahozif Irene Culley doan. Jalki dari, ei mas Josi hajaji. Akpaski mikko duodiran. Ma jatski mat wanida unisi, Jahozif duodiran. Man istisari Mvskoke spanskurar wagen. Man muin punakadat muin pumahahuin ei pusulakadirunga. Madagusin siis pumpunahuin takkavugis pumasihohin. Näki stuit uhanat pumpunahuat man nakkutsimaattees pumpunahuin ei pusulakadirun. Munga jalki man akvaski mikko duibiga. Man sukulhakko fullit näki stuikira ihanat moi näki sabihoat pumpunahuin näki asikkarat uusakirundos mahogen pumpunahuat näki stuida ihanat alakkuusit anovitskirat idimoosit puhehosen fullit ei pusulakadirun. Sajisla hokkuolin uuset sajisi hokkuolin uuseidun amaugia man sibumpunahuin ei pusulakadirunga. Munga muit fullit sukulhakko fullit enstin sokovileisiaattees näki stuikit edeluat tuikit avuvukirun apumpunahuin ei pusulakadirun. Munga suku avugiaatteet man näki asikkoat pumpunahuat muugia man sponsihohen avugirunga man hombirdes näki ahabugit näki punakadat muin sibumpunahuin ahabugedido man hajuat pidagidat azolegibat hajui fullat hajat hombira ahabugigu hagit fullagibit näki tahagi hitskun uurraa dastakkavugi momen siksiikit hajastakkavugirundo pundat pumuigadido hombira nahabugit amaugiatin hombi man hombiat lispoinaat näki pumunahoihan naat muit pumunahoin abugiadido munga anio hajuat ambolsi man stisari faskusak uisketsäkin stisari Mvskoke dogoman semmoinen oli tapakipidon on duakka man ilki daadimo man solidaavana pakit uipikä man hopein sabuhogen lalagi ongon asulla diromaigen stihekkin monaka nöökösen puneipidonga monga hanjo pidagi otsidaajaan tuosat simpunainuistoes stihekkin monaka naasapunajaagen muida aiposkaagen ammatsulla kidundo monga tisaan monakadat sumeigatsi puhehosen sidimpunahoudokatsi puhehosidimat mues anjo man samuidat hajuat hetkin monaka punait ei sivusulakka pidäkin man madagosin punahuidun dehen asikkarat kislakidue tisaan monaka munga hajuat jo indevakos noat isti saari stihetkin indi punahoid hisaan noat indevasit tisaan monaka punaikidi munga aagislahtuides uskon että stungun fulldotsokais uskon tekiläisi lahleidue munga aina oman hadit samaniittos oman sibumpunahua madagosin kihla eikä mahakasukale sisään tiedätkin monakihla kodimat munga näki manahla oman näki hosisfuka hamoa kihlako näki maha hukti näkin muut hosivittukas maakit satskin jimpuun hasiken näki maakai hakehotsan näki sastali maakit tovesmaiken mä näkin hetki määrämä kihlauman sastalistin kestoidira atsopileisi mä kihlään munga muin ei sitten punahuin stisolat naaman stihosikot kumminkin ahlekirin töihin muat hajoat isti empunaakari hajoat sikuhaikipidendo abiegin hajoat stinjikson haikido ne stenin punahaneak muin Hajaat sitten mahuikkei liikoa. Massili mahuikki omat täysin hajaat. Mä nousiga teet aleikos naatko et mahuikkään den punaen. Hara tihitsiä suunaat et tisamana ikillidonaat. Simpona ei tule. Mä esisti jo muovikis liikuruat kihken. Henki hoktaamusit mä Creek Nation kehu saman. Adut kira muid leiken. Muidlin dacht siihen, että en punaajahan. Sitten saamana kanssa punaajan. I don't know what you're saying, sakaisemat. Munga hoktaamustan tähän. Te saamana kihliskonsin punaadoan. Kihlipikoruoraagimat. Mä hakatsukodot huori. Mä punaajahan sikurussa sakaise puhuin. Ahleidit on katsa hosipari dosmaagit amonaimat. Munga muuakadio fullaikiro. Man amoga hatsulagat kislaige suagiro konta kislaise tallegeedi. Moi sanjoat punakarat imalustit maagaagit haja manittogi haja fullaktuirundo. Tuit mahahaniat sulhan tuis maagaagit idimaneiset hajoat fullaktuazokton. Mä kisluosiatat man opidaakin, että ampuhaknaat ei mun aagaidu. Man ittöikimat näki nokkuehas tuin maagidi maagit ampuhaknaat ei malustakaadukiskaan mä kisleri asaktukin dokkuet. Man imanen saagi ahlaiduen jo. Ei mahaet aino mahakotsuko ahleimat usolvi hangoset. Sulkiman mes man mahakotsuko tiivikä tihetkosaki jo. Tilastusaki jo apagaagit amoogatkin laiken muuadilundon. Mä soponen kiirat tihetkiman aagislikon pokehootsen uudilundon ehemän pumpunakadu viittoos maahoiketa saajisi ruokatsas pokehootsilmattoihin. Hajaat mahakosukollistiitsit tihetköökin jo aasopajaakit mahahuahandonka. Ei siis vonkin laikit fullakahidokkontakit leitsäinkään. Mä esti saadun säikemät apagaagit numaat. Aagislakahanees on toskoon, että mä mihosahana sasaavatskido. Munga man ponakarat man ponsongi bahan tisaarit puuki bahis maahogen. Näikin okhoittuin okhoidikont agisleiskedan laikinoin. Myös puunaa huolta idolaason mat sunki bahan jontos maahogen. Muut naat tisaarit puuki bahan jontos maahogaridoin. Man nokkuari dokkoagen hajoat tisari nasuusi haikvirundon. Myös hajoaman hajoat malustiran uusakasokka tisarusegi on ihiska ungunuistees haathaavoiset laaslaaruset tisari mahi hiska ruunuistues tisari tuittiis mahaikit malustaktuun naat mahahuonaat aagislakahidokkuant aagisleisedo. Moin hara näki. Mä tisaan monaka futseesira uadio. Mä saskosiraadi mä hasisin iskura mä mahaididui. Mä salki mä ilaha. Mä ruodidun mä mahaididun. Mä okkonaidon uadio. Mä kiihleididui. Hajoa mä amunahuen. Mä futseeset okkonaajat. Mä iikisleisedido. Hajoaman pidäkin. Mä rahkin kihlaakit on tuosoktoihin. Opuna jagattaa svanskosikudun tuoihin. Man futseesidon okkonaidoat man kihlaakit pullaktuosokton. Munga mä mui kihlaki baat. Mä ahokat opidäkin man kihlaakat hajoaman. Hiilen svatskimaahikan maagnaat man ingilli maaharunuat en maktuhtsa hakkeesiden puheena man maagida kondoes maagnaat man tain maagida uat imunaaren fulli dinnoqamo pidäkin hajoa tain maagtunaat ponakarat malakkidaihet maahogidunga fatsan hiilen muna iskunaat ida maahen maagit sabaqlahitton hajoat man tuosin maagtunaat imaha imungit sabi noa kislagi bahida soskon hanyoa man ja pupana kongoat man mahai donga sulaman hanyoa misagat sazavatskidokas obidagi hanyoa man kislida yazak magadiga mastonggoris kuan agislay zero monga man makket hanyoat man lispoyes maro. Hello, my name is Irene Culley. My dad's name was Amos Josie Harjaji, and my mother's name was Juanita Unice. My dad was the Mvskoke ceremonial ground Miko, the chief, and so we were raised around the ceremonial grounds and was taught more of the ways of how it was supposed to be around the grounds and even other grounds. So all our teachings come from my dad, and my mom taught me a lot about the ways for the ladies, that what they're supposed to be taught around the grounds. And and one of the main things was my dad said was to keep our language going. That makes us our people, the Mvskoke people. So pretty much, the times that was taught to us, we were always sitting at the table after dinner when he would talk to us and teach us things that we're supposed to know to carry on for our ceremonial ways. But of course, we always were taught how we're going to carry on and how it should be. So there were a lot of talk about keeping our language going. And he told us that one day we're not going to have any Indian people. And he's talking about, I was wondering what he's talking about, but he told us that I'm talking about the tongue, the language. When that's gone, he said, we're not going to have any Indian people left. And we're getting pretty close to that right now. We don't have many speakers left, but the interest for the language for our young people is really high right now. They are really interested. They're willing to listen. And now we have a program at the Mvskoke Creek Nation that's offering to teach our kids in the school system. Even though we'll have non-Indians that are going to be participating, I hope that our Indian kids are going to learn more. And, a long time ago, Dad said, our language is ours, and we don't need non-Indians to be learning that because this is ours. That was said. But today, we can't keep the non-Indians out of this class according to the school system. So it's going to have to be done. But as long as we can continue on to teach our young ones the language, as long as the interest is there, I believe we may not have the fluent speakers, but these kids will learn what they can learn to continue on to speak to each other. So I feel proud that kids are trying to learn. Myself, I married a native, but he was part Seminole, and his dad was in the Army, and so they traveled a lot, and he was never in a stable home. That he only got to come home summer sometime to go stomp dance, and wasn't around people that talked Creek a lot. So when he got with me, he learned quite a bit, learned the ways of things, how it should be. With him speaking English in the home, my children were speaking more English than they were our language. but I discipline them in our language, and they know. And certain things like when to come eat or it's time to eat, they know stuff like that. But I have heard them speak to each other when they don't want other people to know what they're saying or talking about. So I can still, say that they are learning, even though they don't speak to me, in the language. And it's kind of hard to find anybody anymore to talk to around my area. We have relatives nearby, but we all don't see each other anymore, not that much. We have to call each other or call somebody to just talk to. But that's getting kind of sparse too, because, people are passing on that spoke, and I don't have anybody to talk to. But as soon as I see somebody that I know that could speak, I will speak to them. I always thought all old people knew how to speak Creek, and I was at the Creek Nation at the gift shop one time, and an elder lady was there, and I spoke to her in Creek as soon as I walked in. And she said, "I don't know what you're saying. I don't speak the language." And I was really surprised, because I thought all elders knew how to talk. But she explained to me that she was sent off to boarding school and they were not allowed to speak their language. And she said she lost the language then. But she said she loved to hear it, and she's learned a few words, So things like that happened in the past, that's still around. And now today, the interest for our language is coming back with our young people. So I'm very glad to hear that we have a language department in our nation, and they're sending out teachers to go out and help. And I'm hoping that they'll have a lot speaking before too long and be successful in this program. And that's all I have to say. Mado.